want to thank you for the service you're providing to America. It means a lot to all of us.
Dr. Fauci, we really appreciate your time. We know how busy you are. Thank you very much for all of the information.
Tony, thank you for caring about me and my family. Thank you for caring about all of us.
I'm glad that you stayed because you are the trusted voice.
Dr. Anthony Fauci, American hero and New York Yankee fan.
For one of the busiest scientists in the country right now, it is an honor to have some of your time.
Gag. They called him a hero, the nation's doctor. They put him on like magazine covers that I use to start fires in my fireplace. They made him a pop culture icon. Apparently, nobody appreciated Anthony Fauci, though, more than Anthony Fauci. Yesterday, we talked about the newly released diary entries from Senator Rand Paul showing that Fauci just marveling over his own explosive fame while people were literally dying, not to mention the fact that he was the highest paid human in like the history of the U.S. government, more than the president of the United States. And he, by the way, he's sitting at home right now laughing his ass off with a blanket pardon and a pension. Quite a legacy from the man who told us he was the science. Kentucky Congressman and Chairman of the House Oversight Committee, James Comer, can you guys do something about taking his pension away at least?
Well, I don't know if we can do that or not. I would certainly be the one to sponsor the bill and vote for it. And I know Rand Paul would as well. Yeah.
Just do it. See what happens.
There have been a lot of bills filed to try to strip pensions, and they never make it to the floor of the House or the Senate, even though the House has passed all of President Trump's agenda. President Trump will get behind it. Yeah, I think we could definitely get it through the House. I don't know what we can get through the Senate. Well, but with Dr. Fauci, we did the investigation. We've got a criminal referral sitting in the Department of Justice. Rand Paul did a criminal referral. I think it's the only criminal referral that Rand has done since he's been chairman of that committee. And hopefully this hearing tomorrow, with all the new evidence of the diary, on top of everything else and everything that we've learned, and now the fact that even the liberal media, who had no curiosity whatsoever and would dare to challenge anything Dr. Fauci said, all they did was kiss his rear end like you showed those clips before. Now everyone knows he lied. Everyone knows we were funding gain-of-function research. Everyone knows that he lied about the origins of COVID. So hopefully this hearing now will be the icing on the cake, and he's either going to plead the fifth or he's going to lie. Either way, the Department of Justice has the ability to hold Dr. Fauci accountable, and let's hope they do it.
Yeah, well, so what's like? Could you just walk over there and tell Todd Blanche, like, dude, like, get your act together, or we're gonna lose the midterms?
Well, Todd Blanche is doing a lot better than his predecessor with respect to accountability.
I agree with that.
A lot. We've seen, dozens and dozens of people convicted of fraud. They're trying to prosecute people for fraud in Minnesota and Ohio, New York, and California, and hopefully that's going to continue to spread. I give Vice President Vance a lot of credit with that. I can see a big uptick in the Department of Justice with respect to the activity towards accountability, because it was zero for over a year. And I agreed with everything in your monologue, and I share your frustration, especially with the Biden family, because we spent a lot of time on the Biden investigation and a lot of time on the pardons. And it wasn't so much that the auto pen was used as much as it was that there's no evidence in all those depositions that Joe Biden ever told anyone to do anything. There was no evidence Joe Biden was in the room. And the Constitution only gives the president the ability to pardon, not his staff. So I agree with what you said, and I think tomorrow is going to be a big step forward towards accountability with Dr. Fauci.
Yeah, well, it was your committee that exposed the loan repayment checks that there apparently was never any original loan to go with.
Never.
I got to get your take on this, all right? Mitch McConnell, his office releasing another picture, but look, how hard is it to FaceTime the voters and say, hey, guys, like, I'm good. Thanks for the well wishes. I'm just, still in the hot. Like, I don't believe he's okay.
Yeah, well, I talked to his chief of staff yesterday. They're wanting to set up a call with Andy Barr and myself. Andy's, of course, going to be the replacement for Mitch McConnell. He's a colleague of mine in Congress. So we haven't talked to him yet, but we're trying to work on the call. We're all in different directions. I take that he's alive, and I told the McConnell staff, I think that this has been handled poorly, the same as I told the president on the Epstein files. I think this has been handled poorly. So hopefully they can get this together, and you gotta show up. And if you don't show up, you got to explain why. And we had a member of Congress that didn't show up for a long time in the House. We had several Democrats that didn't show up.
Yeah.
And, I think as long as you're being transparent, I think the American people will have, some sympathy. And that's where the issue is with the transparency. So hopefully they'll do more than release pictures, and hopefully he'll be back in the Senate very soon.
Yeah, wish him well, but I mean, at the same time, like if Republicans are doing the same thing that Democrats did to cover up Biden, that's not cool. Congressman, we appreciate it, sir.
Thank you.
He loves the Constitution. He fights for what's right. He hates the bad guys. He's a freedom warrior. He's your freedom warrior. Watch Carl Higbie every weekday on Newsmax.